My name is LaTonya, and welcome to one of the newer booktube channels on YouTube right now. It's called Remind Me to Read, which is a username I just came up with like earlier this year or last year, and I just really liked it, and I felt like it was very me because Lord knows sometimes I forget, even though I'm a reader, love reading. Sometimes I just don't do it. But I found out about the Booktubeathon, and I just said that I'm definitely going to be doing it because I have so much free time now that my finals are over. And the challenges on the list of the 7 books just seemed so interesting. So I decided that I'm gonna do it. And here is my TBR. I have a filter on me, so it's cute, but this isn't the real me. And I have a makeup on. This is really hard, so I'm just gonna look at myself because it's not easy to just stare at the camera right now. It's like, what am I looking at? This dot. But anyway, okay, I managed to take off the filter, and I forgot to mention that this Booktubeathon was started by another booktuber, Ariel Bissett, and I'll link her channel and the Booktubeathon channel down below so that you can check it out in the description box. So let's get into this. There are 7 challenges, I think they're called, on this list, and the challenges, you can put them together. If one book fits all the categories from the list, then you can just read the one book, but then the last challenge is read 7 books. So the way this challenge is set up, you have to follow all the rules, but you can tweak it the way you want to, so that it fits your needs, or you can do the challenge up to your best interpretation. That's how I feel. Okay, so the first guideline on the list is let a coin toss decide your book. And so I've been really wanting to read We're Going to Need More Wine by Gabrielle Union. So I decided that I'm just going to use this one for the coin toss because it was my first thought. And since that's a memoir, I decided why not also choose another one. Is Everyone Hanging Out Without Me by Mindy Kaling. And we're going to decide which one is heads, which one is tails, and then flip a coin, and then whichever one it lands on is the book that we're going to read. So I already did the coin toss. I actually have a blog post on my TBR already, but I also want to make a video because I want to get into BookTube, and this was really fun. I really liked watching the other Booktubeathon TBR, so I have this one up for anybody who wants to watch it as well. Okay, so when I did the coin toss, I ended up picking this one. It landed on tails. So I really look forward to this because I'm a big fan of Mindy Kaling, and it should be a quick read because it's pretty small. I finish this in a day, hopefully. Number 2 on the list, read a book about something that you want to do. And so I chose Isla and the Happily Ever After by Stephanie Perkins. I've already read this book, and I really loved it. It's one of my favorite books ever. It's so cute. It's romantic in that, awesome way. In this book, they live in Paris, they travel to New York and all that stuff, but there's so much romance that happens in this book that, just being a hopeless romantic, you wish all these things would happen to you. And so that's why I picked this book, even though it's kind of thick, but I hope I can get through it because I really love it. Number 3 says, read and watch a book to movie adaptation. So I chose Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins. I am late to the Hunger Games series. I read The Hunger Games and Catching Fire last year, and I needed to finish this, so I decided to put it in the TBR. And I actually do want to watch the movies because I've seen all the movies except Mockingjay Part 2 because I was waiting for this to finish. Number 4 is read a book with green on the cover. Actually, a lot of these books that I picked up have green on the cover, so I really don't have to just pick a separate book to read with green on the cover, but I did anyway. And so I chose Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste Ng. I had started it, but like the first chapter and never finished, so I want to put this on my TBR. It's a little bit thicker than what I should be reading for this challenge, so I could finish all 7 books, but I think I can do it if I'm determined enough. Number 5 is read a book while wearing a hat the entire time. So I'm not fond of hats, so I do have 2 hats, but I don't wear them. I felt that this part of the challenge is a little bit unfriendly for natural hair. So I do have this hat that I got from my university. Rory is our mascot. So I'm gonna try to wear this. I mean, it's cute. It's not gonna, I'll do a different hairstyle for this day. So because I don't want to wear a hat like the whole time, I decided to pick up a really small book, The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky. And it's really tiny. It's one of my favorite books as well. I've already read it. But most of my books on my shelf are already read. But hopefully I don't have to have the hat on very long with this tiny little book. Next is number 6, which is read a book with a beautiful spine. A lot of my books have beautiful spines, but I decided that I'm going to read Barracoon by Zora Neale Hurston. It's really small, so I should be able to get that done. Because look at the spine, like it's so cute. I feel like it has like a rustic feel, and it has green on it. So cute. Zora Neale Hurston. I've actually read Their Eyes Are Watching God, which is a very good book. That's the only other book I read by her. But hopefully I finish this, because I did start it, but I think like I wasn't in the mood for a nonfiction. After seeing 12 Years a Slave, I felt like, okay, I don't need to see any more slave movies. It was just too much of an emotional movie to be able to read another story about slavery. But this one, I feel like it's going to be a must read, since this is the story of the last black cargo. He was the last living slave from the very last cargo of people to come to America. So this is going to be a very interesting story because it's told in his dialect. So one of the reasons why this book wasn't published earlier was because they wanted it to be published like in more like English words. But yeah, I think it's phonetically spelt the way he talks. So that's going to be interesting. Now for challenge number 7. Read 7 books. That's the challenge. So I just chose Why Not Me by Mindy Kaling. Just because I felt like since I'm starting the challenge, the Booktubeathon, with the Mindy Kaling book, why not just read the sequel to her book as well? And it's short, so I should be able to finish it. I'm really hoping that I can complete all of these books within the 7 days. It ends August 5th, but starts June 30th. So here's my TBR. Is Everyone Hanging Out Without Me and Other Concerns by Mindy Kaling. Isla and the Happily Ever After by Stephanie Perkins. Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins. Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste Ng. The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky. Barracoon by Zora Neale Hurston. And Why Not Me by Mindy Kaling. And I decided this book will not be read. So thank you very much for watching this video, for clicking this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you see any books in here that you would like to read, or you have read, or you want to read, tell me in the comments below. Comment anything, it doesn't matter. You don't know how many times I've tried to start a BookTube channel. I actually have another video that is a readathon. Hopefully I don't know if that'll come up before this one or after, but I really do want to post it. Sorry if I've been awkward or if you can't hear me. The braces aren't the most easiest thing to talk with. Hopefully I put captions so that anyone who's hard of hearing, or if you can't understand me, you'd be able to see the captions, so the subtitles, so that you can enjoy this video as well. So I see you next time.